This is where we stayed last night. Scotland's Spa Hotel in Pitlochry. It was good. So I had a jacuzzi and a splash about this morning. I wouldn't quite call it a swim, but it was good fun. But it's nice, and we ate at there's a vegan hotel called, it's Sorsha 1875, and it was really good. So if you want to try vegan food, like fancy shit, come to Pitlochry, but you'll have to book in advance because it's busy as fuck. So off to Skye today. Pitlochry is a nice wee place, but it is rammed full of tourists. It's definitely one of these places that they all stop off. There's lots of like tour guides taking people round and talking all sorts of shite to them. I had an idea to set up a tour guide company, but I was going to tell people lies, make stuff up. Like tell them, like, take them to Edinburgh and show them the Scott Monument and fucking say that's where William Wallace killed fucking King Edward or something. Just make up total horseshit. Anyway, on to Skye. We'll be doing the Dalwhinnie road, the Dalwhinnie to Speen Bridge road. That's a fucking cracker. So looking forward to that. Hopefully the rest of it's not too busy. I feel all relaxed after my jacuzzi this morning. So since I got out of hospital, my hips have been stiff as fuck after being on the bike. I think it's just all the sort of pushing that around and hoping the side wind doesn't fuck up the microphone. Yeah, pushing the bike around is giving me sore hips. So I'm sort of the jacuzzi this morning and last night, I guess, it's really helped to feel all relaxed. Ooh. This bit of the A9 is actually quite nice up by Dalwhinnie. Dalwhinnie's just up here. That's where we turn off for Speen Bridge. It is a nice bit. This is our turn off here for Dalwhinnie. So if you're sick of heading up through the likes of Calendar because it's just too busy, which it does get fucking horrendous. Jesus, is that a fuel truck? I think that truck might be dumping diesel everywhere. Anyway, this road's going to be a bit quieter, so you have to come up the A9, which is shit. But then you have this run up the side of Loch Laggan, and it's stunning. Last time I was here, it was fucking snowing. I was coming back for the rally, and man, it was freezing. Jesus. There's Hoob. Hoob. What a difference a few months makes, eh? Fucking hell. I'm feeling way better. It's not snowing. This is fucking quality. Quality. Fucking quality. This is good. We'll hopefully have the road quite quiet as well, because all the up at 7 on the road for 8 people, they'll be stopping for lunch about now. And that's everybody. All the tourists seem to be, oh no, get up at 7 on the road till 8, avoid the traffic. They all do the same thing. Mental. It has to be said, if you get Scotland on a good day, it is fucking hard to beat it. It's up there with your Norways, Alps, New Zealand. The only thing is you have to watch, especially at this time of year, June, July, August, on these little roads you have to watch for camper vans on the wrong side of the road and big tour buses that just take up the whole road. So come along here. Loch Ness is pretty bad for them. So don't go pinging around like a maniac. This is somebody's drive. It's not somebody's drive. It's a monument or whatever, but I'll have to piss in the car park. So here's a huge issue. This bus has, I've just passed 10 cars coming along here. So Edinburgh coach lines, you need to use your fucking mirrors, look and pull over and let people past. It says in the fucking highway code, there's signs up everywhere say allow faster vehicles to pass safely. It's okay for me, I can get past. That place is an Airbnb. That's Loch Laggan. Through the trees, that's Loch Laggan. Still snow in the hills just at the very top. I don't know if you can see it. Just up here is another good place if you want to treat yourself. So you're looking for these nice garden bits on the left. So get past this fucker. Jesus Christ, imagine that we'll do 50 at a 50 zone. Talbot Express. That's surely false advertising. You can't call something an express that can barely do 45 mile an hour. That's like having a C90 racing. Oh Jesus, it's the driver. Come on! Yeah, these nice gardens, as you can see. They're just along here. So just along here is the Whisper and Pine Lodge. Another place if you want to treat yourself and it's a fancy hotel, but this was expensive as hell, so you need to look for good deals. But the food's amazing and it's got a good location right on the banks of the loch. It's just here. What's it there? And those are lodge things you can hire. They're really fancy. But yeah, cracking little bit, and it's got a wee bar, sort of sit outside bit, and tables and chairs down by the banks of the loch. Really nice. Food's amazing as well. It's the folk that have it are of Indian descent, so it's like an Indian Scottish fusion menu. It's really good. So now I'm doing a little bit better, and I'm going to be going to cardio rehab next week to see how much exercise I can start doing. I'm now getting offers from really helpful people who say like stuff like, "Oh, we'll get you training for a half marathon." Now that's all good and well, but if you've had heart failure, like especially like stage 4 like I have, which is the worst, like the next stage after that is you're dead. Like walking a kilometre, that's a challenge. So it's all good and well saying, yeah, we'll work up to a half marathon, but realistically speaking, that might be something I could never ever do again. I mean, I'll be happy if I can cycle round the woods round my house, which for all intents and purposes is pretty flat to your sort of average mountain biker. Like my mate Gary's always, "There's no hills about here, this is flat as fuck." There's pretty significant hills when you've got a heart that doesn't work properly, and I'll be happy doing those. So it's like, yeah, you need to keep in mind it's not going to be totally back to normal, and that's that, I'm afraid. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm not really up or down about it, but for some people you could really get them down if you kept on suggesting stuff like that. I mean, it's like saying to somebody in a wheelchair, "Here, do you want to go for a wee walk, just a short one." It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm so surprised about this bit to myself. I'm happy I can sort of go for a sort of short walk, so I can get out and about, and I can get out my bike. This is amazing, and I'm doing all this with full support for the cardiologist. He's he phoned me and I was like, I said, "Well, I'm actually out on my motorbike right now." "Get over, you cunt." What a cunt. Do you see that? Right on the wrong side of the road, middle of the road. Yeah, I'm doing this with the full support of my cardiologist. So he's like, he phoned me. I'm actually on my motorbike just now, not quite knowing what he'd say. He was like, good, get out and do stuff. I mean, he was like, it's important. So I've asked him about doing stuff like camping and stuff, and he's like, yeah, totally part of your recovery. Get out, do what you can. Obviously, you just need to be careful that you don't do too much, because what I've noticed, it's like day after day. Like, so like after the rally, I drank too much of the rally, and I'm not on about alcohol, I'm just on about fluids. So I drank too much of the rally, and it was like after 2 or 3 days, come on, I noticed it was really sort of, it caught up with me, and I ended up feeling like shit, and I was fucking, my weight went shooting up. Jesus. And it's the same for exerting yourself. So if you go for a long walk on Monday, do another one on Tuesday, so that's like a long walk being a kilometre, and then by Wednesday you're pretty tired. I mean, you'll have a kip during the day. It's you just need to watch. So I've built up to this. I started out on my C90. What the fuck? I started out with the C90, then just short runs on this, like went down to Haddington, down to the shops, like to the hospital. To be honest with you, I think when I did the rally, That was a bit too much too soon, because it took me a good few days to recover from that. But now, yeah, the only thing that gets me is I've got a fucking sore arse. My arse really does get sore compared to, like, I don't know if it's lack of muscle, or I mean I've lost a lot of weight, so lack of padding on my arse, but by Christ, you get a sore arse after fucking no time. No wonder like skinny people are so miserable. Fucking freezing and got sore arses everywhere they go. Can't sit in a chair for more than fucking 5 minutes. Fuck me. Just stick to your own side of the road. Motorhome was coming over. To be fair, it's a common thing up here. You really need to watch people on the wrong side of the road, because they're all looking at the fucking scenery or talking to their bairns or their fucking passengers in the car. The one thing they're not doing is looking at the road or looking out for fucking people in motorbikes. I've spoke to a few folk who are inexperienced folk on bikes, and they complained that people, especially on single track roads, they say they didn't show the bike any respect. Like, for some reason, because they're on a motorbike, people should pay more attention to them. Well, unfortunately the world doesn't work like that. It's up to you to keep yourself safe. So if you think somebody's not seen you, you fucking avoid them. You don't just blindly keep on riding and think, well, I'm in the right, they're in the wrong, because you'll get killed and you'll die being correct. What's the point in that? We're actually going back there, but I need fuel. Oh shit. I fucking knew this was going to happen. Better go and ask what the closest fuel station is. You sell it? What's the... is that it there? That's not there, is it? What's your... it's not the Clooney Inn, is it? Just heading to Skye. I've got enough to get to the... I've probably got enough to the Lochalsh. Because you'll get shagged at the Clooney Inn for it, eh? Jesus. Robbing bastards. It's cool, I'll try. I should be able to get to Lochalsh. Cheers. So we were just discovered a session there. That boy's selling out fuel. That's one thing the early birds will be good at, getting fuel early. Anyway, he sold out of fuel, so I'm heading to Lochalsh. But my next place for fuel is the Clooney Inn. Now, the Clooney Inn's okay. It's owned by the same folk that own that nice hotel just outside Speed Bridge. But they've got a petrol station there. I mean, they're quite right. I mean, everyone knows there's other places to get fuel. In fact, there's a bit round the corner for the Clooney Inn. If the light's on by the Clooney Inn, I'll have to go in there. But if not, I'll be able to make it to the next one. But the Clooney Inn is likely to be the most expensive fuel in Scotland. They're fucking expensive. Get over, you cunt. What the fuck? Fucking... I think this bit, so that's Glengarry, and I think this is Loch Garry at least over there. So I don't know if it's a Glengarry. I don't think it's Glengarry. I don't fucking know, to be honest with you. Sorry. That's the road to Kenlochorn. I made a video about that one as well. I'll put a link in the description. Probably fucking forget. I need to really up my social media game. That's Loch Lochy. This is the Lochy Inn, and I've still got plenty fuel. Well, 1 bar. Oh, what if I put Shield Bridge? Let's see how much it is. Yeah, it's fucking extortionate, man. You'd have to really need it. Definitely feel a bit rusty still. And usually we'd have had a winter trip in and we'll have done I'd have been out a lot much, like, way more than I have been. And then feel it. Like all the psychological bits of bike riding, the sort of confidence and stuff is there. It's just not there all the time. It's maybe the laziness not to move about. The place as well. Because I'm down here, well, not all the time, but quite often, it's easy just to blat along the road without sort of stopping to take it in, because it's a fucking stunning place. And check this shit. The good thing is there's 2 petrol stations down here, plus one at Lochalsh. Motorbikes, they're fucking good. I don't want to scream along here because there's wild goats. You've never seen that until you come around the corner. There's 12 wild goats in the middle of the fucking road with giant horns. You're like, obviously you don't want to hit anything, but you're getting taken out by a goat. That's not cool. Well, that's not much cope. They've turned the bloody petrol station at Shield Bridge and the shop into a fucking chocolate shop. I don't want chocolate, I want petrol. And a fucking drink of juice. If you were planning on getting petrol along there at Shield Bridge and you find it shut because it's a chocolate shop now, pain in the arse, don't worry, there's fuel just along here. So keep heading towards Lochalsh. Petrol station's just over there. The road goes round. Highland Castle. Yeah, that's the castle from Highlander. You have to watch here. Because again, there's fucking tourists all over the shop that'll pull it in front of you. If you want a good photo of Highland Castle, which hopefully you can see it, it's that one over there. Then you go over there and take a photo back the way, and you'll get Highland Castle, which I'm not sure you can even see because the camera's on the wrong side. Never mind. Never mind. Whop. Look, we've just temporarily jumped into Norway. Over the Atlantic Bridge. We're heading to Glenbrittle. Never been there before. Apparently it looks really nice. Down past the ferry locks and that. We basically go up and over then down to the west coast. This is Skye. And I'm going to jinx myself by saying it's amazingly quiet. Because in a few weeks' time, this bit here will be nose to tail with camper vans driving at 20 mile an hour. Police don't seem to do anything about it. It's weird. Well, you say if you're miles over the speed limit, they don't like that, but if you're miles under, which causes all sorts of frustration and dangerous driving, yeah, that seems to be okay. Strange. To be fair, worse than the camper vans is the hire cars. Folk in those that can't drive worth a fuck. Fucking see some terrifying manoeuvres. Thankfully they're easy to spot. Brand new number plate, but low spec. So if you see a nearly new car with a right low spec, slightly a higher car. Oh Jesus, what the fuck's this idiot doing? That's the Coolins. I don't know what Coolins, I don't know if they're called the red Coolins, and the black Coolins are the ones that are beside us where we're camping tonight. I think Jenny will be able to tell me. I mean, it's surely not a big ask for somebody to do 60 along here. I mean, if you want to look at the scenery, pull over. Fuck me. When you get Skye empty-ish, it is stunning. Check the place out. I really don't know why it attracts so many tourists, because like, folk flock here. I don't know if it's Outlander or what, whereas like say Mull, and I think Mull's a much better looking island, and it's way less busy. Hardly anyone goes seems to go to Mull in comparison to here. I wonder if that's the Monroe. I wonder if they're all Monroes. So you see way in the distance over there, that is the old man of Storr and that, the Kerrang. Depends how I'm feeling. We might take a run up there tomorrow, but equally I might just sit on my arse and read my book. Oh, fucking numb arse. So this is our turn off. I'm trying to decide where it is. Oh, it's up there. There we go. Oh, I have been on this road. The back road to Dunvegan. You can sort of see why folk a bit Skye when you look down there. Jesus. It looks like it's nearly Lofoten like. Lofoten! Me and Bob Wilkinson came over this way about fucking 15 years ago. I can't remember what bike I was on. I think I was on 1150 GS. What the fuck? Jesus Christ. I'm going to stop for a photo as well. It's okay! It's okay, I'm just gathering my thoughts.
Sorry, I was turning right into that drive.
Yeah, I know. It's like, oh fuck! But it's okay, was that?
Are you okay?
I'm totally okay. Yeah, totally. No, not at all. Not at all. It's a good place for a photo.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
Off the road.
No, not at all. I just thought I slammed the brakes on, so I basically stop and let them cool down a bit. Oh, you fucker. Right. No worry, you too. So we come along here. Carbost is where we're heading to. That's a good sign. It says dangerous road for 10 miles. That's the sort of shit we want to hear. Well, that beach is fucking rank. It is honking. Over there. Yeah. You can check that out. Holy shit. I think that's the black Highlands, because they're black. I missed that last little bit, fuck's sake, it was really nice as well. And we're just in a hurry to get going before this motorhome comes down, because I've already passed the guy twice. Oh, nearly fucking dropped the bike. Haha! I've done it! So this bit of Skye is nice, and this campsite looks phenomenal. I mean, if I'll see how much of that footage I've managed to capture coming down there, but the view of the Black Highlands to the, you see this white twisty thing going up. I thought it was a river. It's just the paths to the fairy pools. Fucking big car park full of tour buses and stuff. But it should be, I mean, little road like this, the last thing you need to see it is a tour bus. A bus like that maybe, fine, not a fucking tour bus. They're there. I assume we go round them to get to the campsite. And the campsite looks big, but I reckon it's going to get fucking heaving, especially in the summertime. And it is it's prime midgie location too, so hopefully there's a wee breeze for us as a wee breeze gets rid of the midges. I don't know if that's... Jenny's going to climb a hill. It's her 60th birthday, so that's what she wants to do. Fucking insanity if you ask me, but I don't know if it's that hill there. See, if it was one of my Lion, if it was my Lion tour guide tours, I'd be saying that's called, and I'd make it up something in Gaelic. Bosas Bigalas, which means huge testicle in Gaelic, because historically that was owned by the clan chief Murdo McMurdo, who had in fact one gigantic testicle, so big that that's what founded the sporran. So people wanted to be like him, and because they had this huge bollock, a big hairy thing in front of his, you know, stuck at the front of his kilt. They wanted to copy them, so they made a sporran, and over the years the sporran became a place to store your ganj and your credit cards and stuff. I think my Lion tours would be pretty good. Campsite's in here somewhere. Oh, I've arrived according to the sat nav. Hiya. Jeez, oh. That is fucking rammed. check it out. Someplace. Where the fuck reception is. Reception and cafe. Reception and cafe. We're at Glenbrittle campsite. Skye. And it's roasting. I'm told that the water isn't even shockingly cold. So I'm going to walk all the way down there. It's not far for you, it's far for me. We'll walk all the way down here and see what it's like. Already, jellyfish, scary. It shouldn't be in the sea because of things like that. It's like fucking quicksand. I'm not convinced this is where I want to be. I'm losing my fucking flip-flops, that's terrible. The water's freezing. I was being lied to. Fuck's sake. It's fucking horrendous. That's fucked. Right, I'm going to complain. We've been diddled. It's like quicksand. Your feet sink in. You lose your flip-flops. Dogs can go in. You'll probably think it's nothing, but for me, look at that. My feet are horrendous enough as it. Huh?
It'll dry off.
Look, you can see the tracks. It looks like some fucking horrible monsters crawled out the sea. Bob's going in, he's not fazed by stuff like that. Horrendous. And that's the person that lied to me. Is it really warm, Hib? Not super warm. It was before warm. Not even shockingly cold. If that went up to the bows, that would be fucking freezing. And there was no mention at all between about losing shoes and flip-flops. Oh. Mad! It's fucking roasting. It's saying it's 28 degrees. So I'm just nipping to the shop. So this is Glenbrittle campsite, it's really good. Definitely a nice site. Fucking heaving though. Loads of motorhomes. £12 a night per person, so it's not too bad. But look at the views, holy shit. It really is, it's nearly Norwegian, nearly Lofoten. The way it looks. Do you see something crazy? See that white bit down there? Well, all the people on it. That is the road to the fairy pools, which right now will be dry. That car park there, that's where everyone parks now. You have to pay £6. We're trying to figure out what made the fairy pools so popular, if it was just social media or was it used in Outlander? So if you know, let us know in the comments. because we can't figure it out. See, this is what I was trying to show yesterday, which I think I never got in film. It's fucking crazy. You come around the corner and you see that. So check it out. I think Jenny and that are planning. They're planning to be to the top of that and coming down it. They're going up one bit and down another. Fucking madness. There was a guy back there at the shop and he said, I was like, alright, and he said, oh, how's it doing? Yeah, good, how are you? I said, it's good, it's a good day to be alive. Fuck, it really is. So this guy, let's off road. It's terrifying how fucking busy that car park is. That path out to the ferry pools must be like a fucking motorway. Quality weekend. Camping went really well. Apparently a bit wet last night, but I slept through the whole thing. Glenbrittle's a really nice place, but it is busy. Loads of hill walkers and stuff. It's looking good down there. That's Strontine's over that way, so I might head there and sort of two minds out the whole thing. I could just head home, or I could head to Strontine, but Tim's not there, or I could head to Glencoe. World's oyster. Some place, jeez, oh. Mad looking place. Oh, I don't know if I want to meet my ferry or not. Well, the early ferry. I don't want to push it too far because it might be bad luck. Because last time we raced ahead to catch a ferry, Aidan ended up shitting himself in Glencoe, but I don't want to say too much and embarrass him on the internet. Check this out. That is near Norway levels of wow. You. Here we are, Sloppy's favourite place, Fort William. Speaking of a guy from England who's a tour guide, he's staying in Fort William tonight, and I was like, yeah, what do you think of it? He says it's a fucking dump. It is. Fort William, the arsehole of the Highlands. But for some reason, Dave loves it. There you go, Dave. Give you a big shout out. So you better fucking watch my YouTube channel. Fort Dave, we should change it to. Ben Nevis looks good. The surrounding area is nice, but Fort William itself, it's a shithole. So I had planned to do another night on my own and either stay over at Tim's or down at Glencoe with the Red Squirrel, but I think I'm just going to head home. Matt says that tomorrow or later on there's rain forecast, I just can't be bothered getting. I'll be stuck in the tent with the midges later on, which is fine. I was just sitting, just reading my book. But then riding down in the rain, well, that'll be a bit crap. And the roads will hopefully be quiet just now because all the early birds will be pulling in and finding their digs and stuff and parking their camper vans. Check these adventure brothers. He was an adventure brother, he gave me the peace sign. Yeah! So this road used to be a 60 along here. And now, hurry up! Jesus! And now because it's a 50, so the problem before was people would drive along here at 45, 50 and there was overtakes and people were fucking getting killed. So they changed it to a 50 limit, and now what happens is everyone drives along here at 30 and you still have the same issue. So if they address the problem, as in people can't drive, so pull them over, give them a fucking row and tell them to go and do their test or stop drink driving, and that would have sorted the issue out. But instead they didn't, they just lowered the speed limit, so the issue remains the same. And as you can see, it's dead easy to do 50 along here. You just sit at 50. You can do it in a car, or a bike, anything. Fucking bus. Oh, I'm still in two minds. I'm still in two minds. Should I stay out for an extra night or just head for home? I think if I stay out for the extra night, it'll be great and I'll sit and enjoy it until 9, half 9, when the midges are really bad, and I'll just end up going to bed dead early. Whereas I could just keep on riding the bike down through Glencoe, hopefully have relatively quiet roads with people like this who can drive. What to do? What was once a nice bit to stop at is now van life.